Good morning, and welcome to Morning Mario here on StephenPlays. Today, we've got the Super Mario Bros. Themed level called Treasure of the Undead Tomb. Resident Evil Tomb. By Janitor Joe. Brave the undead tomb for riches, but be wary to make it out alive. Clear rate of 41.5% and a world record of 53 seconds. And also not many clears, at least compared to some of the levels that have tens or hundreds of thousands of clears. We also have to grab at least 75 coins. Interesting. This might be a good candidate to try and speedrun, but let's get a good feel for it in this first run. So you literally have to rob this place. That is what you have to do. And there are 10 coins over here, but it also takes a long time to go over there. So we're going to be like mapping a route a little bit. So for only 10 coins, that's really far out of the way. But we'll see. So can we safely go down here? We can. And there are coins down here, so that seems good. The other question is it every coin? Do we have to get every single coin? Or is there an excess of coins? We just need 75 to be able to leave. I don't know. That one's not too far out of the way, comparatively. And I'd say that there's probably an excess of coins here. There we go. That was weird. And these count as coins also. And I've hit the mark. Just need to make sure I can get at least, I was going to say 85. Oh god. What's up? Bye. Oh! It's funny because Mario just has no emotion throughout the entire thing. Alright, in we go. And I'm safe, and I've hit my mark. Although, not counting the one that I skipped at the start. Like, I barely hit it. Like, I had to get every other coin I saw. Kind of wondering if this just takes you back to the very beginning of the level. Yeah, so, like, if you met... Can I go that way, though? Yes! That's cool. If you didn't have to get the coins, that would be a great way to skip part of the level. Okay, so here's the deal. I scraped by without that 10 on the other side at the beginning. 53 seconds is actually pretty dang fast. But I haven't done a speedrun in a while, so I'm going to give it a shot. I feel like did I just miss it? What was it, 53 and I got 56 or 57? Ugh. Darn it. I still like it, but dang it. I really like the idea of a treasure hunt themed level like this, where like you have to survive the tomb, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't get the money, so you have to collect 75 coins. I like that a lot. I wish I could have beat that record. I got pretty close, but c'est la vie. It is Friday, so I'm going to ask you a question. Last week, I asked you your favorite video game enemy, and I told you to just cool the jets on the bosses. This week, let's talk about those bosses. Now, before you go down into the comments and talk about your favorite boss, do keep in mind that there may be some people that haven't played the game that you like. So if it is a particularly, like, spoilery boss, or especially if it's a final boss, you can still talk about it. Just make sure that you say end of game spoilers for whatever game and then hit return a few times so people know what they're getting into before you talk about it. For me, I'm gonna say, I mean, again, a lot of enemies in Earthbound, a lot of final boss. Well, the final boss in Earthbound, but then also a lot of the bosses in Earthbound were fun. I'm going to say the Axem Rangers from Super Mario RPG, because I thought that those were like really clever and fun, and obviously a reference to, I can't remember the Japanese name, but the Power Rangers. Marks from Kirby, it's a classic, and the inclusion of that battle in the most recent Kirby game was not Kirby game. Oh, it was it was so well done. It was so well done that I thought it was in the Kirby game, and it was actually in a completely different game. And now I'm wondering if I should spoil that. Well, you know, play Smash Brothers. Let's see. The Sorrow was one that I had also thought about. The Sorrow from Metal Gear Solid, because it's just such a weird fight. And then, honestly, to some extent, nearly any of the bosses, which is kind of a cop-out, nearly any of the bosses from Shadow of the Colossus. And I guess those could also qualify as enemies. I think that'd be a little cheating, but notably the first one, because when you first play the game for the first time, especially if you don't know much going into it, like it's like, oh my god, I have to scale this thing, I have to kill this thing. And then also the bird that you fight over the lake is really memorable. And then also later the like the big sand dragon thing. Like all of those are just, especially the flying ones, because you're up in the air and you're holding on for dear life and you're watching your little grip meter go down. And I think Shadow of the Colossus has some of the best bosses in video gaming. But I would like to hear your opinions about some of the bosses that you find either like super memorable because they were difficult or funny or what have you. Feel free to sound off in the comments. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to visit morningmario.com this weekend if you're looking for something to do. You can rate some levels so the series stays good. Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday for more Stephen Plays Morning Mario.